Hello, amazing people. How are you guys doing once again? I'm glad to be your midst as usual. And still on the Ooni Of Ife's Palace stories that are coming out at this time, I want to say the stories are coming out fast and furious, okay? And this one is the one that may resonate with a lot of you because the news has been out there all over the social media. And this has to do with no other person than the once coveted name in the palace. That is Princess Peju. We did a story on her not too long ago, but this time it is reaction from our dear KBC on what has been going on, the back and forth drama that it is alleged that Princess Peju has been exhibiting in and around the palace. Of course, we know she's based in primarily based in Canada because she's a commissioner right there, and I think she got an appointment early this year, like you all know. But now, what we are hearing now is the fact that okay, let me just give a background to this whole thing. You guys, I mean, the media has been awash, of the link between Princess Peju and our dear KBC. As you all already know, I mean, they've been very good friends, over the years, back in the days, and they've been very close at some stage. At some stage, it's almost like they were estranged. At some time, they come back together. But of recent, especially when that appointment was made, in faraway Ontario, Canada, and the news broke out in Nigeria, that kind of cemented or that kind of brought their relationship back to, to full circle again. And since that time, they've been very, very close. And the rumors have always followed them, as they do stuff together. And don't forget that at that moment that Princess Peju came all the way from Canada to celebrate her week-long birthday in Nigeria, which yours sincerely actually did so much stories on. It has been the rumors have refused to go, and the rumors are still here with us. And the summary of those rumors was that. Especially after KBC made that famous announcement that more Oloris were coming to the palace. And for that event, that week long event to have taken place with full participation of KBC at that time, it was obvious. It was, very, very predictable by a lot of us that that might be the first Olori that might come into the palace. And a lot of us even went further to suspect that she might be introduced during the birthday celebration of our dear KBC, which was just like few days after her own birthday. Okay, and according to the reports that we got, which we also reported, it's like there was that gentleman agreement between both of them that she would be announced at some stage in the palace publicly. But up to now, as we make this report, such announcement has not been made, whether in secret or in public. And we are told that because of this, it has created so much agitation within the heart and soul of Princess Peju. Of course, we know she's a big woman. She's got big name, and possibly she must have spoken to her friends. She must have made provision. She must have spent a lot of money, just preparing, and for that event, for that announcement not to have been made, I'm very, very sure that her ego must have been bruised one way or the other. And excuse me, and according to the reports we further gathered, allegedly, we were told that she was affected by that announcement not being made, somehow mentally, and things have not been well. And for a lot of you guys who are keen followers of the story surrounding this beautiful woman, you will recall that the stories were all over the place. All over the social media, and it was like when it was not as if it was not a case of if, but when it the announcement will be made. But like I said, the announcement has not been made, and this has, expectedly thrown her into severe shock And because of that, being a woman, we've been told that she has been making so much fuss about this, complain to whoever cares to listen, that, she was promised to be announced publicly, it was not done. Why is this so? She's been trying to get clarifications here and there, and she's not getting any of such from anyone. And this has even further infuriated her because no one seems to be talking to her. What happened? No clear reasons are given to her why that announcement was not made. And I think, for me, I keep wondering why there's so much noise, even if, but not considering that Ooni of Ife actually promised a timeline or gave a timeline for her to be announced publicly, and it was not done. How is this now something that should cause this, bring about this uproar and, so much noise and even threat? Don't forget that not too long ago, you sincerely did a story that there's this threat to, that Ooni of Ife will be slammed with, is it $1.5 million damages or claims or whatever, purportedly to replace the money she must have spent, blah blah blah, and the rest. And when you hear stories like this, really, I feel really sad. If it is true, like I said, that this is really true, then I feel sorry not just for her, but for, no, okay, for her, because how will a woman who has attained that level of achievement in far away Obodo Ibo, be in this situation? As far as I'm concerned, is uncalled for. Okay, so so the thing is, I don't think that marriage. There should be this level of desperation. I don't think so, because what I feel really bothered about this whole thing is the fact that this thing is happening at a time that rumors, stories are out there in the social media, of claims of certain ladies who are said to have given money to our dear KBSA in the past. And I think very recently, such stories are beginning to come up again. So when you hear things like this being attributed to Princess Peju, and on the other hand, you are seeing plethora, avalanche of stories of maybe women purportedly coming out to say they give money to our dear KBC, it just make you really wonder the extent to which people can go. For God's sake, these people, do they know how rich KBC is? Don't they know that in the social media of today, a lot of people can even, position themselves as Ooni of Ife, as KBC. They can form anything, including the voice, to dupe people. How can you, for God's sake, reduce our dear KBC to that individual that will be collecting money from women because he wants to marry them? No, now, no, now. This KBC is bigger than this. And I think that Yoruba leaders should begin to call a lot of these people who are peddling these rumors all over the social media that KBC is collecting money from people. I don't think KBC that I know would reduce himself to that level of condescending. I don't think he would do that. Moreover, how much do they have to pay him? Okay? So Ooni of Ife is said to have now, spoken about all the tantrums that Princess Peju has been throwing, and that is why he's saying that, look, he's not going to take this any further. That he's not going to be. Even if he made a promise or something like that, he will not be. He will not be. He will not be. He will not be. Coerced into making a decision that he's not ready to make, and that nothing can be achieved by coercion, according to him, allegedly. Okay, so Ooni of Ife was said to have made this declaration because he's growing impatient with her unending agitations, which to him smacks of her trying to coerce him in taking a right decision against his wish. As your nourisher, I do what I need to do when I'm led by my fathers. Exactly. Assuming without considering that this Princess Peju story is true, it is still not enough for her to react in this manner that she's reacting. Okay? Because for me, it's making me think that this is all about desperation somehow. I don't know how you look at it. So They say that when inferiority meets complexity, things inevitably, begin to, go haywire anyhow. But in this case, I don't think the character, the person, the personality of Princess Peju is suffering from inferiority complex, because I don't want to believe that. But whatever it is, I want her to take it easy. They should put some respect to Kabiesi's name. Okay, this is the spiritual leader of the Yoruba race, and I think he deserves some accolades for what he's doing for the Yoruba race at this time. So this is what we had, and we are bringing it to your doorstep for you to, make your comments or your observations on this. So I want to hear from you. God bless you. I'm going to see you soon. Bye bye.